Look, Mark, you may as well speak. You know why you're here. It all came to a head, so to speak.
Who are you?
Lily Ann.
Lily Allen?
Yeah, well, since you had your big man-baby breakdown in the Gloucester Club, like some off-brand Michael Douglas and non-film Falling Down, and you smashed all the champagne flutes and went tonto, they thought, oh, we'll send him to Lily Allen, the pop star and activist. She'll sort out his big, stupid English head. My name is Lily Ann.
Are you supposed to talk to me like this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm listening, carry on.
Look, I've had a tough life. It's been really shit. But to be honest, you look like you've had a pretty rough paper around yourself.
Nice work, Spunky. Projection.
Yes, all the usual. Separation anxiety, fear of commitment, narcissistic personality disorder.
Oh, and a fear of curtain rings?
No. They are creepy. Like giant, empty eyes. So here I am. Again. Bearing my soul, making peace with my inner child, making my feelings known to all and sundry, making myself understand my own brain.
Oh my God, you sound like one of those shitty inspirational Instagram posts.
I knew a woman once who lived in Newcastle. She bred owls. She spoke like that all the time.
Wow, did you fuck her and leave her and blame the owls?
No, I blame the hooting.
Really?
It was enough to put any man off his stroke.
So, tell me about your dad.
He was a man. Tell me about your life. Single? Breeding cats? Staying at home making love heart crafts?
Single and getting banged harder than a Christian tambourine. So come on, Spunky, tell me what happened.
Have you ever been to Saint-Tropez? Drinking champagne on a yacht at sunset?
No, but I've been undressed by kings and I've seen some things that a girl ain't supposed to see. I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. Come on, tell me what happened. Cut the shit.
Are you meant to be this rude and sarcastic? My feelings have been run ragged. I was alone. I felt completely adrift.
Oh, like the end of Titanic when Rose wouldn't have let Jack onto that bit of wood, you know, and it clearly would have fitted.
Are you fucking serious?
Okay, sorry, so you were adrift, and tell me how that made you feel.
I was 13 years old and my parents split up. My father went off with Sally. My mother went off with Sally's ex-husband, Tom.
Right.
I felt completely alone. I was an only child, and their new partners were vile.
Hang on. So your parents did a Bob, Carol, Ted and Alice. Have you seen that movie, by the way? How boringly English of them to wife swap and actually settle down.
Can everything I say not remind you of a film you once saw? Their new partners hated me. I was so alone.
Oh, it's a wee shame.
Fuck you! I'm leaving!
So, Mark, your parents fucked you over. Is that why you're constantly unfaithful?
I never said I was constantly unfaithful.
Well, you look and you sound like the kind of man who would just fuck every single woman you ever met. You know how like Michael Douglas in that film Fatal Attraction?
Well, that's quite the assumption.
I'm right though, eh?
Yes. Yes, you're right. Though some of them did leave me.
I can't imagine why. I mean, you tell every woman you ever met they were the most important thing in your life, and then you went round an entire room until you had every woman you ever could.
I didn't have every woman I could. I mean, I probably could have had every woman I could.
Okay, so you're the expert in love. I've met this man recently.
Is it me?
No. Anyway, I met this guy and we slept together the first night and it was so amazing, and he said he'd never done that before, and he knew my likes, my dislikes, my hates, my loves. We made this real connection and it's like he knew everything about me. How did he know that much about me, and will he phone me back, and do you think he loves me?
He read your profile on social media. It's obvious, your likes, your dislikes. He made you feel special, he fucked you, and then he fucked off. And he's not calling you back. And to be honest, if I'd fucked you, I'd have fucked off as well. I'll be somewhere in Spain or on a boat to the Bermuda Triangle.
So that's what you do?
Oh, very clever. Very clever. Well done. But this is about my issues, not yours. It's not my fault you can't tell a wanker from a banker.
So, you went crazy near the champagne glasses at the Gloucester bar. You thought you were having a heart attack, but it was just a panic attack. And you heard some song that triggered off some memories. So what song was it you heard?
I don't want to talk about that right now. Look, why don't you just fuck off? I mean, my time must be... I fucking hate this place. What's wrong with you?
Tell me about your school days then. I
was doing well. I mean, really well. Until my parents got divorced. And then I got kicked out of home, kicked out of school. You know what? I don't need therapy. I know what to do. I know what's wrong. Come on, let's go for a drink.
Where? The champagne bar at the Gloucester?
Oh, you're fucking hilarious, aren't you? No, not the Gloucester fucking wine bar. When I was a kid, when all this was happening, I got into trouble, a lot of trouble. I remember once I burnt down an entire field of wheat. That was dangerous.
Oh, dangerous. Maybe in rural England that was dangerous, but this was around the time of the Toxteth riots and the miners' strike. That is hardly danger. Do you want danger? I once set fire to a guy in chemistry class because he said I had no tits.
You've definitely got them now.
Yeah, but my eyes are up here. So let's elaborate. Tell us about your dad.
God, you've got beautiful eyes.
Oh, really? What colour is my eyes? Come on. Oh, so that's how you shut women up, is it? You just put your mouth on top of their mouth to kiss them and you just want to shut them up. Well, do you know what? Sit in your arse, Spunky. Now, come on. Tell me about your dad.
I can't.
Did I ever tell you about the time I went to Canada?
The fuck would you have told me about stuff before? I've never met you.
What ifs? Anyway, this time in Toronto, I was at the traffic lights and this big Doug tried to pump me in front of everybody right in the middle of the street.
Why are you telling me this? What bearing has that got on my therapy? What, that I fuck dogs at traffic lights?
I don't know, do you? I was just telling you about something that happened in Canada.
My mum's second husband was from Canada.
Did he fuck dogs at traffic lights?
He was cruel and horrible to me. I was 13 years old. All I wanted was my mum's husband to like me. But all I was to them was a reminder of previous lives and previous marriages. Imagine a stained glass window with the sun shining through it and everything is beautiful and positive for the future, yet at the bottom of the window there was a brown shitty stain. And that stain was me. To prove that there can never be a pure future, because I was always there to remind them of the past.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't. So, Mark, tell me what happened in the Gloucester Club.
A song came on, and it reminded me of something.
Oh, what song was it?
I can't remember. Something from the early 80s.
Oh, I loved 1984. I thought George Michael was straight.
In 1984, I was 13. My parents separated. Destroyed my life.
It was like the War of the Roses film. Was it like that?
For fuck's sake, can we please get away from Michael Douglas's film career and let me tell you how I actually felt. I was utterly fucking alone. I was 13 years old. I was loved. I was wanted. And then, nothing. Nobody.
Aw, tell me more.
I had to live with my grandmother. I had to watch my mother and father's marriages crash into the ground. And then they remarried, got divorced again. And while they were smashing up their lives, they smashed up mine.
Oh, lots of people split up. Lots of folk had acrimonious divorces. That was around the time Charles and Diana were actually starting to split up but pretended everything was okay. Lots of people went to live with their granny.
Yeah, but their kids weren't sleeping at their grandmother's.
Well, technically they were, because the Queen owned every house they ever stayed in.
They weren't unloved. They weren't worried about how they were going to get through the day. They didn't worry about money or who was going to wash their school uniform.
Okay, calm the fuck down.
No! You brought this up. You calm the fuck down. You sit there and make everything that I'm going through look normal when being me is not fucking normal!
Okay, tell me about your dad and what happened.
I got a phone call a few years ago to say he was dying. I rushed to be with him.
I'm sorry, that must have been shit. I mean, did you make up after everything he and your mum put you through?
Listen, my mum and dad were good people. People make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
They dragged you to bits. They married other people and repeatedly ignored you, then they flung you to the side.
Yeah. But don't forget, I was a bad kid.
You weren't a bad kid. You were fine until your parents started fucking their mates and repeatedly marrying them. They fucked up. They're flawed. You're flawed. We're all flawed. Look, you weren't a bad kid. Everything was fine until they started fucking you about. You're only 13, remember? You were just a kid. Now tell me what happened when you saw your dad.
I had 3 minutes with him.
You timed it?
No! It was about 3 minutes. He'd had a massive heart attack. And I got to spend those last precious moments with him.
I wouldn't want that. That's just too much pressure.
I just wanted to be with him and tell him all the good stuff he'd done.
And all the shitty stuff?
No. He was dying, for fuck's sake!
And okay, so what happened?
I was staring at him. And all I could hear was this fucking song in my head. Relax, don't do it when you want to come. Over and over like some subliminal soundtrack, and the clock was ticking down, and I wanted to cram the rest of his life into those last few moments, but without Frankie Goes to fucking Hollywood!
And that was the song you heard in the Gloucester Club.
Yes.
And you thought you were having a heart attack. You thought you were dying, and it was just a panic attack.
Yes. I could have spent those last moments better. I could have been a better son.
Look, your parents fucked up. It wasn't your fault. People fuck up. The best we can do as parents is hope that we can be an inspiration. And if we're not an inspiration, the best we can serve is to be a dire warning. Your parents were daft bastards. Now why don't you stop looking back and dragging all your fucking world with you? Just accept that people fuck up. You have to know you were only a kid. It wasn't your fault, so say it after me. It wasn't my fault.
It wasn't my fault.
You might want to go into the Gloucester Club and apologise for smashing up all the champagne flutes and gone pure tonto.
It wasn't my fault.
Well, there you go. Maybe you could try and be nicer to yourself and be kinder to women.
It wasn't my fucking fault!
It wasn't your fault.
Mark, sorry I'm late. Are you ready?
No. Doctor. I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay.